even using this tonight probably, but I'm going to use it. Tonight, my speech is from the fifth project of the storytelling manual, Bringing History to Life. And I'm working toward my ACD, so I'm doing this tonight. It's the last project of the storytelling manual. So my speech is going to be Love Letters of John and Abigail Adams, based on this book. Go to the library. So, here we go. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. Tonight, I'm going to tell you about a little story of a couple who met as John Adams and Abigail Smith. John Adams was a farmer's son. I believe he was the eldest son. He was at the time 23 when he met a 15-year-old minister's daughter named Abigail Smith. And so that was the beginning of their, when they met. And I'm going to read to you one of the letters so that to give you an idea, and then I will give you my sort of commentary, my summary on this. So here's one from his early days. This is from John to Abigail. Miss Adorable, by the same token that the bearer hereof sat up with you last night, I hereby order you to give him as many kisses and as many hours of your company after 9 o'clock as he shall please to demand and charge them to my account. This order, or requisition, call it which you will, is in consideration of a similar order upon Aurelia for the like favor, and I presume I have good right to draw upon you for the kisses, as I have given 2 or 3 millions at least, when one has been received, and of consequence the account between us is immensely in favor of yours, John Adams. You can see by this example that his letters tended to be more formal in style, tended to be very much like very pompous, high up in circumstance, whereas here's an example of a letter from Abigail to John. A little bit of a difference. Abigail Smith to John Adams. My friend, from Weymouth, Weymouth here in Massachusetts, Weymouth, August 11th, 1763. If I was sure your absence today was occasioned by what it generally is, either to wait upon company or promote some good work, I freely confess my mind would be much more at ease than at present it is. Yet this uneasiness does not arise from any apprehension of slight or neglect, but a fear lest you are indisposed for that you said should be your only hindrance. Humanity obliges us to be affected with the distresses and miseries of our fellow creatures. Friendship is a band yet stronger, which causes us to feel with greater tenderness the afflictions of our friends. And there is a tie more binding than humanity, and stronger than friendship, which makes us anxious for the happiness and welfare of those to whom it binds us. It makes their misfortunes, sorrows, and afflictions our own. Unite these, and there is a threefold cord. By this cord I am not ashamed to own myself bound, nor do I believe that you are wholly free from it. Judge you, then, for your Diana, has she not this day had sufficient cause for pain and anxiety of mind? She bids me tell you that Seneca, for the sake of his Paulina, was careful and tender of his health. The health and happiness of Seneca, she says, was not dearer to his Paulina than that of Lysander to his Diana. This fabric, often wants repairing, and if we neglect it, the deity will not long inhabit it. Yet, after all our care and solicitude to preserve it, it is a tottering building, and often reminds us that it will finally fall. Adieu, may this find you in better health than I fear it will, and happy as your Diana wishes you. Accept this hasty scrawl, warm from the heart of your sincere Diana. So you can see her letters were a lot more emotional, were a lot more passionate, they were more detailed. It was more of a romantic style in her letters. Her style was different from his, but they both loved each other very much, and it was all the way up until her death. Even no matter how many miles they were apart from each other, the love was always there, always, no matter what. And his time of doing all and being one of the founding fathers of our country, all his work and going to war and being in the Continental Congress and all that, and helping us to become a nation, essentially. And then she was at home taking care of the children, taking care of the farm, making sure that everything was well on the home front. So I would say definitely there is a difference there. Over time it seems that Abigail had died before John did. John died after Abigail. Abigail died, it was I believe a type of fever that she got. It was something that was really bad. It was something, once she caught it, it was like, basically a goner, unfortunately. But John Adams would live on to a rather historic death date, July 4th, 1826. Well, he died right on the 4th of July, which was quite, I don't know if it was timely or however you could word that, but it was quite coincidental, I have to say. So I think I'm going to bid you adieu with that. Thank you, fellow sisters.